So I lost again my wind protection. I hope that it's not too much strange noises, but currently there is no wind. And we are here now close to Didim in a lake, which name I forgot already again. And we are here in the old town of Heraklias, which was once a port town. You can see here old olive trees. And there's again some ruins distributed over the town here. And again, there's no entrance fee. Didim, or how you call it, I don't know. This is some kind of tourist town with many apartment buildings directly at the Mediterranean Sea there. For me it looks not so nice there. It's too big city, and the beach area also doesn't look really nice. No trees really. Not really a beach, whatever. So, and here are the remains of a castle, I think. Here in the mountains. Looks really interesting. Oh, there was also something here. I can see the remains there of the walls there, of the blocks. There was something staying there. Here's also some blocks. And this is, by the way, all Hellenistic. It was written there because the Roman period, they didn't do so much here in the Roman time. They installed only a bath and I think a theater, and that's it. So that the buildings were relatively original, kept original. Oh, that's our car. Looks nice here in the mountains. And there's no one going. They are all around Didim. There's also tourists. And strangely, here's no one again. Jesus, what's this there? But they keep it in shape with a relatively thin wooden pole there. This whole tower. Let's go there. And as I said, it's everything is distributed here over the small village. And this was once, you can see this in the distance here behind. This is not the ocean, it's a lake today, but once it was connected to the Mediterranean Sea. You can see here also the old stairs to something. Oh, nice. Oh, nice. That's nice. And there's also a castle somewhere on the lake. And old wall paintings and everything. It's not so dry, you can see this is everything green. There are remains of a castle. Now is the sun out again. I thought it's getting rain here or something, but now is the sun out again. So it was written there that there were excavations in 2021 starting even, not too long ago. And you can also see that there is something there, a little bit done below. You can also see there is here nearly no tourists. Here's everywhere around some buildings or walls for cattle something. They also removed here the tree which was growing here. Oh, it's really high. There's a nice lake. I mean beach here on the lake. And this was once open to the ocean. It's not too far away. And there is a castle. There's again wind here. Let me go. I don't have the wind protection. Go out of the wind here. And there is a castle another castle there on the island there. There's a fisherman, and in this distance there must be also another castle. And here this was the town area, and this was here Roman. Oh, this looks really nice with the lights and everything here. Till 1000, around 1031 I think, in the Battle of Byzantine, where the Turkish tribes, which came from the eastern parts, defeated the Byzantine army. And all this led to a Turkification of the whole region. So, and here are some remains of the castle on the right side here. Some other remains, but you also can see that there is somehow reconstruction work with the old remains. It's a little bit strange, but I did something. This is perhaps the actual reconstruction work, but they use, it's a little bit strange, all the old Roman bricks here. You can see this here to fill up the gaps. This is not really nice. I don't know how to do this. It looks really nice here. One of the best places. I can't even remember. We have been here to so many places. Every day 3-4 places, or even more sometimes, that I can't remember where we have been. Now this is behind the castle here, and there is some tombs even. There is even the cover of the tombs there, big rocks. On top of these small stones there's always graves there, where they put some people in. And there on the right side there was also, where is it? Let me try not to fall down here when I walk here. Naja, don't see it here. A small island today, which was once perhaps different. Here's also stairs, by the way, ancient stairs. And yeah, there's also some, I went wrong here, some tombs there. This is what I wanted to say. And they made a really strange reconstruction here to put all the ceramics simply inside here and filled up all the gaps with all the things they found. And then they also put something here on top and reassembled everything. And this here, this is only 1.80 meter high. This is so stupid. This is really stupid. And then it's broken again. It didn't even last. Yeah, the rock is broken. Very long. I don't know if this is older, but the people who did it completely wrong. I think it's a little bit older. But the pieces here also look relatively new, perhaps from the 70s. 70s perhaps. So let's go. We're going on to somewhere else. Where's the companion going? Here. I think they filled up these things here. This is relatively new, and then it's breaking in pieces. Oh, what a nice big Leguan, or whatever this is called. There's a big one, a small one. I don't know if the big one eats the small one. A gecko. This is a really big one. Nice. Shaking his head. Oh no, he's running. And it's now much warmer. Unprotected edge, risk of falling. Yeah, it's not so deep there. There are some more problematic areas we have been and no one cared about. So I should have used the wind protection. This is now here the necropolis area. Let's have a look here. There's water inside. Oh. And here the block to cover. And there was a sign which said that here in the necropolis area there are around 300 such graves. Here. And they use the natural stones there on top again. And not what we have seen before, some really new cutted tombs, whatever. This is the cover blocks there. On top is also a tomb there. Here's another. And there's another. Here's another on top. There's no inscriptions and everything is missing, everything is gone. Where should I go? Here below somewhere. It's a nice area here, it's nice warm now. So a marble block. Everything full here. This is also where you could do so much excavation here and find something. I still think about how crazy it was yesterday, the excavation, even without the metal detector. This would be the first thing, one of the first things to think about today. And a modern metal detector costs professional metal detector costs only 2,000–3,000 euro, which is nothing for scientific equipment. If I want to buy scientific equipment, it costs 1,000 times more or 100 times more. So, with one hand here, walking. Here, everything full. It's a little bit too dangerous to go further here. Oh, it's really clear water, and there you can even see in the water tombs. Let's go on top there. There you can sit on a nice bench. Let me see if I can do this with one hand here. No, it doesn't look like I can do it, but not with one hand. I forgot again the wind protection. I should get it. I get it. I go to the car because there will be a wind again, and then I get the wind protection. These are the docks here. There's no visitors here. We are the only visitors. We are now in Milet. Oh. Now I have the wind protection again. Got it from the car. And you can see what's happening here. There's a woman selling oil and olives. And here's the main entrance. Far away from everything here. There's a restaurant and there's even a museum shop where they have really Western prices. I still did not get any magnet because I don't want to pay here for a magnet for the price of a meal. So then let's go to see something of the theater. And there's again no map, by the way. And here also no inscriptions, no descriptions of anything. But on the right side I can see there was something once here. But this looks not too bad, the theater. That's in really good condition. You can even go inside there, it looks like. So, and this is Milet. And this is, I know it from the name here. Milet. I think this was indeed mentioned in Homer's Ilias. Ah, there's a group of persons there running around. Oh, another gecko here on the right side. They look really interesting, the geckos. Here, there was once a sign on the right side, but it's now gone. I think the good times are over with Turkey. It goes really down, where everything is not maintained anymore. By the way, I forgot to film. We had now gözleme, which is pancake with something inside. On the road somewhere with a tea together. Everything together was €5 or $5. So many parts here of the theater, and the theater is really big here. Oh, there was another gecko. Reptile, which is hiding there in the wall somewhere. So, let's hope that there are no snakes here. This looks always fantastic here. It's very similar to what we have seen. And there is even entrance in there, an arch with an entrance and some inscriptions there. Looks always the same. And we can go now on the right side upstairs. There's even some inscriptions. Oh, there's even some figures left here. This here. Nice. So we go now upstairs. There's a chair. I take the chair. Over the arch. Up, 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 up. There's even some inscriptions here, Roman. And now I can take the chair here. That's not absolutely on top. And also some went higher here. I think, no, this wall came later. There are some seats here. The wall came later. You can also see the seats there, the remains of the seats here. So this must have been a stadium for 10,000 people here. Miletus, Milet. And there's also other things to see. And there's also here again the description missing. So goes always down here currently, or Turkey. It's interesting to see. And then you sit here on a nice throne and can watch over the landscape here in front of you. That's absolutely amazing. It's like on a hill. It is a hill indeed. And then you can watch here. This is where we came from, and there's another tourist perhaps coming there. I don't know why we parked so far away, but who knew that you have to walk here? And there's also much more to see. I can see this on OpenStreetMap. And by the way, then we go back to Didim, which is not too far away. And then there's a temple of Apollo, I think, something. And that's the last thing we do today. It's already 2 p.m. And tomorrow it goes to Pamukkale. It's also interesting what I see now today is this part here was covered. It's still covered some pieces so that you could walk below, and there were even seats. You can see this on the right side, that there were seats above the cover so that you could walk below under the seats and leave. And this was the entrance to the lower parts here. And here on top there was the entrance behind me. Here I think, yeah, here it is. Here behind, that's behind where I was sitting. It goes even more, it was some more above, and this is a huge structure. This was much higher. You can see this here, how wide it is at the end. Here, still on the right side, structures go higher, but here behind is nothing anymore. So this was again on the slope of a hill. Okay, here behind is nothing. I expected to have here something, but here's nothing. So we go now back through the entrance to the stadium, and you can see this here. You would come from the left here, or from the right here, through one of these tunnels here, and then that's the other side, and then you go to your place here outside. Look how great this looks here. Absolutely fantastic. And you can also see that there were some seats here still, but I think this was built after here. Someone built his castle on top here somehow, or his flat, however you call it, because the right side was higher. So we went through the tunnel here, the piece of the tunnel which was still working. Let me go quickly. So here this is perhaps the most expensive part here of the stadium here below, theater, and then this was cheaper, and then on top the much cheaper part. And here you can also see this here, this is part of an arch, and this was a tunnel here. Below and above there are seats. Let's go, because I've never seen that so good in shape here. And then you go through a tunnel here, like this. Really perfect. Look at the floor. It's still in perfect condition here, everything completely flat here. That's absolutely amazing. And And then you can go to your seat here. No? Here on the left side. Absolutely amazing. But this was one of the bigger theaters. Definitely 10-20,000 people, depends on how many rows were there on the upper floor. And you can also see that here the what's the companion? The companion says something. Okay. And then here you can see how big this is. It also went here a little bit in this direction. Here, look how big this is. Everything really in good condition. Now, the stairs are really big. This here is also very big. This perhaps 10 meter high. I don't know. This is 10 meter high here. What? And here are the stairs. Nice. Very nice. And these are other stairs up to the higher parts and here to the higher parts. Very nice. So I had to take some pictures. There's now more people coming, I see. This is massive here. How big this is. There, 10 meter high. And then here again, the main stairs down, and then to the left, I think to the right, it went there once. The exit was to the right, and here on the left side, it goes, yeah, exactly, it was to the right, the exit, or in front. But here it goes to the stage, let's say stage. This is really in good condition. In Rome, this is also not in bad condition, but you don't, yeah, you see something, but there's too many tourists and everything. If you go the second time to somewhere, then it's much better. And there were some figures, and here was also something below, definitely. So we go now to the other parts of the city. I think Agora, the typical parts. Agora, the companion's sitting on a chair there. What's this? Is this a chair?
Yeah, that's the entrance. Here's the ladder.
What's this here? A huge sign on it here. Interesting. Have you seen this here?
Yeah.
So that's the other part here. The columns, everything overgrown again here on the right side. Only this part is kept a little bit maintained here. And this part, oh, what a nice plant here. No one is visiting this part here really. It's again a little bit windy. And there's much more. There's columns. I see columns in the distance. Perhaps we go a circuit here. There are some columns in the distance. This looks really nice. Oh, this looks also really nice here. What a town. So, we are now behind the theater. The theater is there in the distance, behind the tree there. And this is the part of the city. And here's everything full with remains of the city, everywhere columns, some engraved stones here, some remains of some archaeological surveys here. You can see this here. And there behind was some excavation process. You can also see this here. Excavation. Here still lying so many things around here below. And this will take decades to get everything out here. These are only some rocks here. There's something, there's a temple. There's so much. Milet must have been really a big city here. There's the old road here, like we have seen already somewhere else here. Storage buildings. Here the hall, the central place. How this was looking. Latrine. Yeah, this is nice. Nice inscriptions here. Then you have directly imagination here, the direction where you look here. This is perfect made. The mosque here, you also see how it was looking here. It's already overgrown here again, here everything. And this was exactly this here. Storage buildings, and then here the market. That was the marketplace. And then here the main road. City walls. There, city walls. 6th century AD. This is perfect made here. Then you definitely see everything what it was looking before, and also what it's looking today, and what it was at the end. Yeah. Nice. This here you can imagine how this looks. There was a dude with a boo-boo running around. So we go now the main road here, on the right side the marketplace. What was it? 100. The entrance fee was only 100. And in some, for example, the theater in this town was 180. So this is oh yeah. Here it was also once perhaps more, but there's no tourists coming anymore. You could also see that the people here are selling postcards, which are at the end only trash. There's no colors anymore, books without colors. No one will buy this anymore. No one. Yeah, pieces of the wall here. Everywhere, everything full. Pieces of something, some inscription there. This is there was the wall going. I know here was the wall, but there was the columns and then the marketplace going. I think my camera, oh, that's from the floor. I think this is a piece from the floor. But that's really interesting, because here was the market door. On the right side we had the market here, and here on the right side is this the city wall? Yeah, here's the city wall. And then is the market gate here on the right side, and this is a reconstruction, which is in Berlin. The reconstruction. This is how it looked like here. This the entrance, and then you have here the wall, and we are staying here directly at the corner. And then you have here all the other buildings there on the left side. Yeah. See it there. These buildings there around. And there is some kind of temple. I don't know where. There. What's here with the columns? What's happened here with the columns here? They are a little bit strange, bended. That's nice. And you can also see here the details. This was once really impressive. And you can see still today here the details with the lions here, which were on top. Lions, lions, here more lions. And then you have here the gate, the entrance gate to the marketplace. And now is the cows going through here. This is cow territory. This is swampland. Swampland. Oh, shit. This was here a cow shepherd. How's it called? And this is swampland here. Everything now, but it's not too bad because it keeps things well, perhaps. And this was the gate. What you have seen on the picture. Nice reconstruction in Berlin. I've been there and have seen it and could not imagine it from here. But this is perhaps why I remember the name. Here you can see it directly if you stay here. Above here, this is the entrance here, and with all the columns, and here the entrance gates here around. I lost now my rubber band, so I have to hold it here, the sponge, with my fingers, because there was also again wind, and you can see this here. Everything what was excavated is now here in a flooding situation. And this was, I think, a temple here. And we also go now to a temple. That's the last thing we see here. And then we go back. And this is a nice mosquito swamp here. Especially if it gets warmer here. This looks nice from the back there. There's also a road there. I can see a road. It's a huge complex here. And I have to read later a little bit what this was. Here you can see the temple erected here. And the only thing why it is so good described is because of a German archaeological survey here. What's there?
This is only the reconstructed central section.
There's a drunken dude.
Reconstructed western elevation here.
It's really nice. With this dog. There's two strange people sitting here. There. Ionic store.
There is a way also.
There's a more wealthy person. There's a hall. It's not clear for what it was. Chambers. And there were chambers behind. Re-erected. Here everything full with pieces of something from somewhere. Where we walk through. We have to find the main way. It's not too nice to walk here over the old pieces. This was once perhaps on top of such columns there. Here, also a piece from a column. Everything full, but there's some money missing to do something. So, back in direction of Didim, and oh, there's a harbor. In this direction, somewhere there we came from, and there is some mountains there in direction, and there is a mountain. Yeah, we throw our trash here. It's nice. The car make your country trashy. And this in this direction there's an islands which is already Greece. There in this direction, Greece. These islands there. Oh, it's Romania. No, it's not even Turkey. So there's some wind issues again, and we are now. This is the temple of Apollo. Oh, it's huge. The pillars are really huge. If you see this from the distance, where's my wind protection again? Do I have some wind protection here? No. I put something. Let's see if this works. In front, and there's the entrance fee was 100. This is €5. There's no map, no explanation again, and this is in the town here of Didim. And this is always a little bit a rip-off, because if they see that there's some people coming, they increase the prices but do nothing. No map, no description, nothing. Again, here 100. The other ones we have been before, there was really nice description. You could go through everywhere. And here you have only these ruins. It's impressive indeed. But that's it. Nothing. I also tell you the bad sides of things. Or is there some description there? Perhaps there is some description there. If you go around. And let's go to the temple. Jesus, what high stairs here. This even for me it's a problem. Yep. There are everywhere shops around trying to sell you carpets and whatever. This goes only a little bit inside. But this, look at these columns here. I still don't know how they made here the carvings in such a precision here. In such a precision that everything is here perfectly aligned. Okay, but this is also only this piece here. They have not done it for the first time, but they had some tools at this time to do this here. This is so perfect in shape, everything, and also all the roundings, everything. But at the end they have used this material for thousands of years, because there was only wood and stone. And it looks a little bit shaky. But this is perfectly aligned, everything, in such a good condition. Unbelievable here, and also the floor is flat. So this, I absolutely recommend this, to go to such a temple here. Definitely, even if it's 105 euro, this is not too much. Here, all the things here, this is absolutely impressive. This was once here, you can see the top, 20 meter high, 10, 20, 15, perhaps 15 meter high. And here with all the columns here around. What's really crazy is that everything is perfect in shape here. This is so flat, everything here, completely flat. And you can see also here, you can't even see the gap really between the rocks here. This is a piece, and you can't really see any gap here. This is in perfect shape together. Millimeter. This is millimeter. This is even less than a millimeter work here. What you put together. This looks for me a little bit like they have had a saw, some kind. This is so good in together and absolutely flat everything here. You wouldn't reach this today. Definitely not. This is perfect. Absolutely perfect. It's unbelievable. And this here, this rounded. And then it's also getting less, I don't know. And this is from Greek times. I don't know. I absolutely don't know how they did this. Yeah, it's not perfect on top, everything, but this is definitely perfect on top here. Everything completely flat. Yeah, something happened here. But this is millimeter. This is even less than a millimeter. So that's the inside here of the temple. And here again, if you look at this here, this is perfect. This is absolutely perfect. I don't understand how they did this. This doesn't look here in the first view so perfect, but if you look, for example, this here, this is perfectly flat, everything. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Everything. I don't know how they did this. So, what's this for science here? No littering. Not going up the stairs. Not going up the stairs. So, and here you can see the flat wall, this wall here. In much better condition, by the way, than today here, from the excavations. And everything here, much better condition here. And there's even the floor visible. And you definitely can see, so this is not from a chainsaw or something, you definitely can see here that there is some tools, that there were some tools used. You can see this here, the scratches from the tools. Some, what should I say, brush type tool. Brush type tool. Like a hair brush, not a hairbrush, but a, I don't know. But you can see clearly see the scratching of the tool here. And this is not like a, especially here, for example, this is also not perfect in shape here, everything. But this is really fresh, everything. It looks like it was made yesterday, but in the sun you can see all the scratches here from the tools. Oh, what's this here? What's this here? This is also a line going here along. This was perhaps when it was put together. Absolutely perfect. Never seen this. Never seen this before. The temple of Apollo here. Apollo, the ground for his gun, it looks like. Here was somewhere the ground floor, but this is now gone, everything, so this was... Oh no, here it is. I think this here, this is the piece of the ground floor. There was also something here. Oh. The dial with the phone again. And this here is so flat, everything. It's unbelievable. There's also here some engravings. I will also go now upstairs here. From the top here. This is was also written that this is only 1/3. It's 1/3 of the original height here. So it was once much higher. And some strange things happening here inside. Let me go here upstairs. There's again here the stairs, even the stairs in perfect condition. After this time, this is absolutely perfect. And here are earthquakes. Yeah. There's nearly no gap in between. I think this is marble. It's so good in condition, everything. What was there? There was another central relic. But this is re-erected there on top, I think. So, if I look closer, you see always here the scratches of the tools, and they made it somehow really flat with some kind of tools then, but this is definitely made with hammer and some kind of a tool. Here, nice huge columns. They are really big in diameter. They are nearly 2 meters in the basement diameter here. I suggest it doesn't look this big, but it's 2 meters diameter again. And look at this. If you stay here in ancient times, everything in white must have been really impressive. Everything with the stairs here. The stairs are even not so much used up here. They are in some 100 years old places much more used up. Amazing, absolutely amazing. Such a good condition here. I would have expected this really bad condition. So this is definitely a recommendation to watch this. And now, that's it for today. And that's it. I think it's also my SD card is full. Not sure. Let's see, everything okay? No, battery is soon empty. Okay, thank you very much for watching. Now, the sun is soon setting somewhere. We go. Nice across. A. There's some carvings, some inscriptions here. This looks also impressive with all the columns, 2 meters in diameter here, and then 15 meters high. What a nice place! Really impressive. With this you can impress some tribes. Especially this went everywhere around here. Yeah, everywhere around. Perhaps 100 columns or whatever here with these nice engravings here. It's interesting because it says here that it was never finished. This column has no engravings. How is it called? Caneluren. How is it in English? Missing the final decorative elements. German Caneluren. Here's only decorative elements. So this was not finished. It's only it's written. It's only 72 columns were erected, and 122 should have been. Interesting. And here you can see how big they are, lying here around. Yes, again, yeah. I think the excavations were made here from this written Technical University Brazilian. And then also here the Turkish something, but it's in perfect condition again. So unfortunately I must say that this country gets not so much done. It's so sad to see that then everything goes down again here.